This Blackboard unit site for Introductory Algebra is a pilot for the summer semester. After getting student feedback and reviewing what worked well, we will implement any changes for full release in Semester 1, 2014. We designed this unit with a student-centered design and provided 6 forms of different modes of learning: lectures, workshops, problem-based activities, Stimulate, which is an academic and peer-assisted face-to-face maths sessions, online consultations, and a new innovative idea of how are you travelling. Crucial to the design is planning the content delivery. I've worked closely with coordinators expressing the importance of unit outline, and a 13-week plan. For the summer school, it's 9 weeks. This plan should also be explicit to students. So in order to do this, we have listed each week very clearly stating the topics for each lecture, workshop, when the assessment will be available, and the general resources available to help them. With regard to the assessment, they are on scheduled release. So if it wasn't available, they would get a brief overview of what the assessment is about and tells them what weeks it's actually going to be released. Each week, lecture recordings are added, as well as lecture scratchings, which are the problems that they would have worked on in class and how the lecturer would have shown them via Ladybug Doc. By providing a graphical interface, we are highlighting exactly what resources are available and that the student is at the centre. By clicking on these links, we are taken to unit maps for that specific resource, which holds far greater detail about the content for each week. For example, as I mentioned before, one of the more innovative ideas we've come up with is how are you travelling? We have given a graphical interface which highlights your knowledge level depending on the results you get from weekly practice tests. Students can return to these tests as often as they like. After they answer each question, which is based on the content they reviewed or concepts they reviewed that week, they get a percentage. So when they come back here, they can ascertain as to what level they're at and whether they should be contacting Stimulate or their tutor. With assessment always being paramount to students, we have offered links to assessment in the unit maps, as you've seen before, in the main menu over here, but we've also included it as a link on Me, where they can get information about assessment, academic integrity, their assignments, quizzes, Assignment Minder, and QT SiteWrite. Due to the popularity of this design, IFB 103, which is Design and IT, also asked for their site to be redesigned. So I worked in conjunction with Richard Medland to design something that would be appealing to IT students. When thinking of a design interface for designing for IT, I considered the types of things that IT designers actually develop. Of course, one of the most obvious is iPhone devices. And in discussions with the lecturer, we've decided to go with an iPad for the first half of the semester, and we're going to switch it to an Android for the second half of the semester. However, all these will remain the same, these icons. And it's these icons that are linking them to their resources. So once again, it's just a very clear, obvious way to find your lectures, your workshops, your resources. A couple of things we did differently with designing for IT is in the Stimulate area. We actually provided a little bit more information about what is available, and we also provided direct links to email for help with maths, science or IT. And we also provided links to their Blackboard site and links to their Facebook site. Another difference is the use of UCRO. UCRO is a social network, however it's for universities, so only the students with the UQ email address will be able to log in and then share in much the same way that you would Facebook. Again, the unit maps are included with all the information going to be provided. Again, this is a 2014 unit, so that hasn't been populated with the content yet.